The bridge behind us is called Pontegwaith, which roughly translates Bridge of the Works, and it's been used for centuries for people to cross over, and there was a works on the other side, an ironworks. In fact, the earliest history of any ironworking going on there was when a chap by the name of Morley came up from, I believe it was Sussex, and started a small foundry, just a smithy really, a little forge just on that side of the river, and of course the folks could cross over to it. And that little forge was still going in 1640. He came here in 1583, and it was still going in 1640. But he wasn't running it by then because he'd gone bankrupt and been taken over by some other guys. And it is believed that it fell into the hands of the Roundheads when the Civil War was being fought, and it was they that destroyed that original building. So a lot of history in this place, going back well over 400 years. And of course, as well as the foundry in this place, there was also a place which is now, I believe it's number 477 National Cycle Track, and that's named, has a name as well, Trevithick Trail, and it was a guy called by the surname Trevithick who came up these ways, and he is famous because he ran the world's first steam locomotive on rails right here, just on a trail up there. And that was done in 1804, which was a full quarter of a century before Stevens' rocket won Rainhill Trials in 1829. So real history, major industrial events taking place along this valley and in this location, and we have the fun to be here today on a beautiful summer's day. You can't beat it. So let's get on with what we came to do and have a look along the river. For a nail. Oh, is there a nail? Hang on.
That's an old one.
It is. No, it's a nut and bolt, look. It's a square bolt, so that could age it. There's a square head.
Very good.
That's been around a bit. I love finding metal today because this place has been associated with metal ever since Mr. Morley founded his small forge just up there. He came up from Sussex in 1583 and started a metalworking business. So even though some of this may not date back to him, it's just nice to have that link with the iron industry, which is massive on this river because of the, right from Merthyr all the way down. The ironworks were the prevailing power for many, many years. So there we go, bit of metal.
I found something down here. Just a bit of white, but what's Phil found?
More. Yep, more.
Big pottery. Oh, it's a nice big chunk though.
Well, we get a much bigger.
That is the biggest chunk we've ever seen, and I wonder if this is a bit too. That there. Yep, there's another bit, and I'm going to take that home and see if it'll build one. It may do. Well, not a whole one, but see if it all belongs together. Right, let's have a look. Oh, what's this? Now there's a bottle top. A bottle neck, I suppose I should say. Now that's a nice piece of pottery. There's also some bits of glass here. Bottom of a square bottle. And there's this.
Thickness of our base.
Whoa. That's very thick, isn't it? Well, there's some really interesting shapes and pieces here. Nothing whole, but all interesting. Oh, that's a bendy one.
That's it. It's shaped that end, look.
Yeah.
Would that have possibly been driven into a post, the spiky end, and the other end hold an inch for a gate, say?
Think so?
Possibly.
Yep, I think you could be right.
Possibly made in the local iron foundry a couple of 100 years ago.
Yep,
Who knows?
could be.
It's Very basic, isn't it?
It
And
is.
very rusty.
What's this? Did that spill off? That's plain.
I'm going to make an observation now. Have you noticed that we're getting much bigger pieces of pottery and much more in this little bit?
We definitely are getting bigger pieces.
Right. See that banking? Directly above that banking,
Our houses.
it's a farm. It's Pontegwaith Farm, which is
Right.
the farm that holds the same name as the bridge, and it's directly above here.
So they've been throwing things away
And
for
they've
years,
been dumping stuff for
and
years.
they're washing into the river,
Yes,
and we're finding them.
that's my theory. The cast iron, huh?
Looks like.
But purely because we're below the foundry, or at least the site of the foundry that the Roundheads demolished all those hundreds of years ago, I find that interesting. What's going in the back? Metal goes in today. Oh,
Another bottle neck.
see there? The red.
Oh yeah.
See the moss growing on it.
You have that.
Oh, it's a chunk. A lip on it.
Oh, it is, isn't it? Very nice. Whoa, now that's a big chunk of pot. I'm not taking that home. If I pick it up to show you the proportions on that, that is huge and heavy and staying here. Now that is definitely an old bottle. It says T&E. What have you got?
That was in the ground that way.
Oh,
and I
it looked
thought
like
it was a whole bottle as I lifted it up.
Oh,
It's definitely a dump, isn't it?
well, yes, I found this is only the bottom. It says T&E and
Thick bottle.
ANS, so it's definitely an old bottle.
And I got these bits as well.
Right, plain?
Yeah, bottom of a cup
Right.
and a big chunk of water red.
Moulded pottery and plain pottery.
Yeah.
Now, does that look like the spout of a teapot to you? Yep. It's the spout of a teapot. There's another piece of saucer.
Oh, a bit of blue.
Oh, that's blue as well. There we go.
Okay.
Phil found that. And I just seen this.
Oh. I got a bucket handle.
There we go. Oh, Phil's got a bucket handle. Wow. That's very useful if you have a bucket with no handle.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. We'll give that a
Wash it.
wash. Let's have a look at this. Imperial Swinnerton's, Hanley, England. Here are two Phil found as well, so let's give them a wash. It's pretty. And that's more modern. It's still pretty. Here's another piece Phil found. He's doing very well today. More?
That's pretty, isn't it?
Ah, lovely. At some point, this was somebody's pair of trousers. But all that's left is a zip. And a lump of sludge. Oh, what's Phil found now? Oh, look at that. We need to empty that out. There we go. Oh, I like that. We do have an end. I wonder if it's the end to that bottle. Could well be. Anything on the bottom? No, it's plain. Oh, what's this? Here we got a metal spike. No idea what that's from. Is it a railway spike, do you think? What do you reckon?
Definitely a spike. Could well have been driven into a sleeper or something. Good length, isn't it?
Well, that is a piece of pottery with a piece of metal rusted completely to it. That's not coming off. Oh no, look at this. Do you think this is whole? Very excited if it is. Still looking good. Oh, wait a minute, it's moving. Oh, what a disappointment.
Right there.
Look at that. The rest of it is actually here, I think. Oh, I think that and that and that are completely different pieces. Quite a few bits of metal here. And even a metal drain. Oh, that's getting too deep now, I think. Perhaps we should turn back. I don't want to drown. Not that I drowned, I just get very wet. Oh, what have we found?
This is definitely a place where over the years things have been dumped. Look, I found these three right close up to each other.
Oh, yes.
See that bottleneck?
Yeah, that's
what
very
a
nice.
shame we haven't got the bottle. Looks almost like a chimney, doesn't it?
It does.
But that's got to be off a bottle that's not modern place.
I would think so.
It's quite a heavy bottle.
Yeah. Right.
And
then,
that little collar of a pot.
very nice.
All sitting next door to each other within 6 square inches.
Amazing.
So this has to be over the years before ever we had refuse collecting. The rubbish got dumped and as the bank is getting worn away. It's revealing all these bits and pieces. What a shame there's not a whole bottle.
I just found this. It's heavy, it's lead. Doesn't look particularly old, but how does lead look old? So do you think that's some sort of fishing weight? Or musket ball? What do you reckon? Do you think that's a musket ball from the Civil War? Or is it a fishing weight that somebody brought down last week? Leave your answer in the comments if you have any idea.
Well, it's been fantastic here this afternoon. Working in an area that is so steep in history. Going right back to 1583. That's when the iron started to be part of the world in this valley. And we've been picking up bits of iron today, so I didn't find no bricks, but I'm happy with my bits of iron because they're linked, and of course Caroline's pleased with the bits that she's found as well as we've searched along the river here. What an amazing thought to think that that foundry that was started in 1583 was demolished by Roundheads in the Civil War. We are just so lucky to live in such a place that's so steeped in history and to have so much fun going out and investigating. Hope you've enjoyed it with us. Hope you've had as much fun as we have. And if you have, please give us the thumbs up. And if you've got friends who you think would enjoy travelling with the Johnsons as they go out and about, then share the video with them. But until the next time we're out with you, we'll just say bye, have fun, and all the best.